Bile 3Ds. Now, it's been a couple of days since I last recorded, and I've just kind of been... Weirdly enough, this game apparently has random clips of, like, shit. It's so strange, and I kind of love it. So what I wanted to do is today I had quite a few upgrades I wanted to do in general, and also I had some stuff available that I wanted to end up playing and kind of having a good time with. So we're just going to try and relax today, do like a little bit of just general recording, just have a good time, and kind of just see how things go. Now, I also have one big upgrade to talk about. While we have the birds chirping and everyone blooming, I also have Toshiro ready to go up to gold tier for the first time. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, damage go up. So cool. Doesn't really do too much, it's just a general stat increase, but now he's sitting at like 152,000. We have Urahara still here at lower blue. We have Byakuya now at purple, and generally I've been trying to focus a lot of my bonds and trying to get that up. You can see here, I've gotten bonds with each of the different characters, and they share a lot of them, so I've tried to balance it. We have Jushiro, and we have Rangiku. Need to upgrade Rangiku more, but that's just how it goes. We have Ishin, and we have Yoruichi. Super fun. Good times, good to go. Urahara is a good boy. And we have Rukia and Ichigo. Now, I could replace Ichigo with Renji if I needed to. However, in general, the Ichigo isn't too important for my current team. Like, I don't really have any bonds for him, but if I need to swap it up later, I can. So, it works out. And what I did want to do today is I wanted to go ahead and just queue up for a little bit of the invading the Sarate, and I also wanted to do the defending the Sarate wall, because two of those are kind of more difficult and are generally fun. So let's go ahead and hop into this, shall we? Okay, so we are good to go, and we're hopping into the invading of the Sarate. Now, oh god, that's so loud. Why this? I turned it up for the birds, but I didn't know that the actual thing would be, oh god. Okay, so I don't think I've done this game mode on recording just yet. This game mode's really weird. It's a daily where you get to do a harder version of levels just casually and just kind of run through it. It's actually one of the more difficult and more, like, surprisingly strategic things you do inside a daily inside this game. Mostly just because there is a lot of dodging you have to get done if you don't want to end up just autoing through the entire thing. Typically, I've been playing it a lot because I find it fun. You get to fight 3 different bosses, including Ikkaku, you get to fight the Renji, and you get to fight the actual Kenny. And all of them have some pretty big AoEs and fun stuff to do, so this is gonna be a good time. Generally, like, this whole week has been so exhausting for me. It was into last week, there was just so much shit that's been happening online as well as in my personal life that I've been, like, super out of it. Then this week, okay, I'm gonna edit that out because that's weird to say. Person inside my building ended up having some difficulties and passed away, unfortunately. And it's been just generally pretty shitty this week. So I took some time to myself to try and get some, like, brain stuff sorted out, try to get some stuff sorted out in terms of how I've been adjusting to the world, and I feel a lot better now. So I'm glad you guys stuck around that little bit of a breakthrough videos, but we are back. We are good to go. I've still been playing this game quite often inside my own free time, even when I was inside my own little state, because I find for myself, having a sense of progression like this, like being able to log on and be like, wow, I'm getting closer to getting that gold tier. That's so nice. It's almost this nice fall back thing for me, where I'm able to be like, I'm making progress inside this and having a good time with it. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. And I think that's what these games give me. It gives me that sense of, like, satisfaction off of getting number get bigger. In the end, mobile games are just like a more convoluted version of an idle game, where you end up not idle as in like Love Live, idle as in like Clicker Heroes. And it's weird to say, but it's more of like a game like this, a game like Spiritual Awakening, and a game like War Rage and stuff like that. They're very slow progress to, and it's oversimplifying it to be like, oh, it's like an idle. For example, me getting Toshiro to gold tier gives me the same satisfaction as getting a time machine for the first time on Cookie Clicker. And it's weird to say, but it is that sense of like slow progress and also earning the things that you enjoy playing with and enjoy doing and getting these small achievements that make you continue playing the game. The thing that makes people tired of games like this is the sense of lack of progression and the sense that stuff stops moving in the ways that it needs to. So like, for example, you stop being able to grind materials fast enough within like 2 months to get them to red tier, or you're determined to get a certain character. Let's say that they drop fucking Aizen Hogyoku, and you want to get him. However, you miss his banner by a couple of days or don't get lucky enough to actually get him. Your objective then becomes to wait until he comes back and wait until you can get a copy of him then. But then he never comes back for a long while. You get sick of it, get bored of the game, and you quit. Because you don't want to try and work to achieve this thing that isn't coming back for you. It's kind of the same thing with like gacha games, same thing with just general stuff like this. If you don't have the thing that you want to achieve and the thing that you want to work towards, you start to diminish your actual interest, and that's how people quit stuff like this. I think my sense of it, if I didn't do YouTube, these games would not be enjoyable to me. Straight up, wholeheartedly, I love playing it because I have a lot of fun with the actual... I tried my best. I have a lot of fun with the actual game itself, but if I didn't have YouTube to convince me to keep on playing these and kind of get to the different objectives and make these small achievements, I wouldn't enjoy it. And that's why it's so weird for me to suggest a game to people, because I have such a dependence on that. But it's fascinating. It's fascinating to see, like, the tiny psychologies of mobile games. And I do find it to be quite kind of interesting. Obviously, there's still the part to it where it's like, oh, I want to collect the characters I enjoy the most. And that's what the mainline gacha games is kind of based on. I play those games less when it comes to stuff like character-based gachas and accessory-based gachas. I find myself to be less interested because you do need to top up to keep on being up to snuff with your, like, competitiveness. Like, I enjoy playing Dragon Ball Legends in terms of its gameplay and everything, but because I can't do it too much for YouTube, and I'm not willing to do, like, the hardcore top-ups to get this, like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct Goku, it isn't as enjoyable to me. And obviously, there's YouTubers out there that do their super top-up videos, and I respect it. They have their enjoyment there, and that's their sense of progression and their sense of achievement. They use the money to go and get those new units, play with them, and have a good time. And that's what they enjoy about the games. They enjoy the new units. They enjoy their sense of, like, new pull, new achievement. I spent money and got this thing, so now I can keep up being competitive and make good videos all throughout this time. And I respect it. It's just, it's vastly different from the way that I try to focus on games. And I do feel like, from what we do on this channel, a lot of my stuff is more based on that kind of slow progress and that sense of, like, relaxation around the game instead of being based on pulling the big new hyped unit. It's also why I love BBS in general. I'm so sick of it. And I mean, they announced the new novel characters are coming out I think it's the 16th of April, which is a couple of days from now. It's cool. But naturally, I can't guarantee that I'll get a copy of those characters. And more than likely, I'll get like 1 or 2 of them, and I'll be like, wow, so cool. Play with them in Inheritance for a little bit and just kind of continue to progress. Versus if I had to upgrade them to, like, if I had to upgrade them to gold tier, for example, and if I had to work on them and have them be my main unit in general, and they became what carries my entire squad, then I care so much about pulling for that unit because I want that unit so bad because it's the main thing I care about. That's what this game does. This game has that sense of, like, I point toward Dangai Ichigo. I want to get him, and so I will save up to get him. Because he will be enough to carry my entire team, and I can use him anytime against any fight and be fine. But it's interesting. Also, there's 2 things I want to talk about. One if you've been playing the game and you're on a server like I am, on S5, for example, that's the server I'm on, by the way. Hey there, everybody. Feel free to hop on in. There's currently this, which is the lottery. You put in this magical crystal cost thing. You put in that amount and get the amount back from up here. So obtain up to 5,888 diamonds. Now, I did do this already 4 times, and I got up to 5,200 diamonds. I am going to be putting those into Dangai Ichigo because he comes out after this white Ichigo. So that's my current plan. But it's been good. Now, I do feel as if I should get Hollow Ichigo because he is a bond for Dangai. But it's such an investment for a character that I'm not really too hyped about. Like, he's cool, but he's not one of those characters I'm determined to get. But this is super worth it. And if it is on your server, I do suggest going as far as you can with it. I could go one more if I topped up a little bit more to VIP level 4, but I'm good. Honestly, I'm too lazy for it, and I'm not really too keen on it regardless. I'd sooner just keep it in my wallet for now and wait till later. We also has completely shard based. I'm not sure how they'll be later on inside the game because you will need to use universal fragments to get them upgraded. Because beyond the point where you get her unlock at 50, then you have to go further and get, like, for example, this Toshiro currently needs 50 shards to get to rank 7. If you want to upgrade her, you need to invest a lot to get her up to rank 7. So I'm probably not going to be going in on this banner, and it is like a point event in general. You can see the top guy right here named Mihawk3, bless him, has 101 points and will get 50 shards of her at the end of the period coming up in the future. I have to go look at a huge list of them that's on like a Discord. But it's fascinating to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else they drop inside this game from that. However, I am going to be saving until Dangai Ichigo does come out, because that's kind of my main focus right now. However, let's go ahead and hop into the Defending the Sarate wall, get this done with, be good to go, and then we can hop into bigger and better things afterwards. Alrighty, everybody. It's time to fight. Now, this one's hard, and we do have 4 bots in our team, so it might be on the more difficult side to actually get this cleared in any kind of good grade or way. But we're going to try our best. Just get it done. I feel as if I probably could have asked a Discord if we could have run some of these earlier. I just forgot. So I guess we'll just see how this goes for now and see what ends up happening. Toshiro's actually really good for doing this one in particular, because he is ranged and he does have attacks that slow the enemies in general. His second is like made for slowing the enemies from afar and creating like a little bubble that they'll run through in the middle and kind of slow them down. He's actually one of the better ones for it. He needs to be paired with someone that does a lot of damage though. So characters like Byakuya, characters like, I guess Urahara is one of the higher damage dealers in terms of like basic units. But characters like that are kind of the ones you want on this game mode. Kenny's a huge one. Kenny's like a huge, big, super strong one. Unfortunately, in the early parts of the game for myself, I decided I didn't like the kit for Kenny, and so I didn't invest in him at all. Now, he is one of the highest damage dealers in the game, and arguably one of the strongest SSRs because of it, because the damage is so worth it. I will admit that it was a failure of myself to have decided to reset him. However, I probably will invest in him again at some point to get him up over again. So I do feel like Kenny's one of those characters, not only is high damage dealing super worth it inside this game, you also kind of need to have bonds for certain SSRs. Kenny is one of those SSRs that seems like he's going to have a lot of them in the future. Characters like Yami, characters like, no one else is coming to mind for some reason. There's a bunch of people that like Kenny, and I feel like he's going to be a bond that actually matters quite a bit in the future for future SSRs. So I want to get him upgraded. I want to try to upgrade him. And generally, I do feel as if his power will be worth it. So I think my current goal is going to be... So I got Byakuya up to purple. I got my Hitsugaya up to golds. I want to get Urahara up to purple as well. And then I might try and work on Kenny to try and get him up a little bit. It'll depend on how the next banners go and what I end up getting upgraded. Because if I end up pulling on Dangai Ichigo, for example, And out of Dangai Ichigo, I get a copy of him. I'm not going to want Kenny, because I'm probably fine, because I'll just have him instead. And he is, I believe, a strength type. I think that he's a fist. I have to go see in a second, but I do feel as if I'd want to use Dangai over him if I did have the choice. So it really depends on what materials I need to get and what I need to invest into regardless. I do also feel as if I want to upgrade my Rangiku quite a bit, because currently she's sitting at green tier, and she is one of the most important bonds for Hitsugaya himself. She also has very strong bonds hanging off of her various parts of her body. So I feel like she might be a fun character to play with at some point, showcase, and make a horrible thumbnail about. Because that's kind of the spiritual awakening spirit living on within me. But you know, just generally there's a lot of things I want to get done. That's always a nice thing about starting new games like this. There's so much that I want to actually achieve. There's this segment of, hey, I want everything. I just want to get everything done possible. I'm trying to prioritize the guys that blow up, but they're kicking my ass super hard, and I'm actually losing a lot of my health because of it. All right, Rudabon, you need to go sit down and, I don't know, die? Just go away. Just sit. Go. We're okay. We gotta see everybody. As it should. D. That's better. Hell yeah. Golf rules. Damn it. That was the BBS sound. Weird. It always weirds me out. Or sometimes I recognize that stuff. But yeah. It has been a good time over here on Mobile 3D. I am looking forward to the future banners. Let me go check what's up next in terms of banner stuff. Because if I go ahead and scroll over here, upcoming banners, so it should be Hollow Ichigo and Ishin, which is this current one. And then once this one ends in 3 days, it should be Dangai Ichigo and Vastalord Ichigo. And then Nell and Adult Nell would be the next banners after that. Interesting. So I'm probably going to go in on Dangai next. I'm probably going to end up trying to go for him primarily. But you know, I've been having a good time over here on Mobile 3D. Been taking some nice strolls through the park, just kind of relaxing. Been nice. And I do feel as if there's plenty more potential here in general. I do want to check one more thing though. Gallery. Oh, also, today and yesterday I got Kaname and Shunsui. I grind up their shards super hard from the store and got them pretty easily. It's nice. Free to play, man. It's a good time. Yes. So apparently Dangai Ichigo is in fact a fist type. Interesting and perfect. So I low-key feel as if I wouldn't care about Kenny as much because of that, because he is quite good. I'm very curious about your bonds. So he has Ishin, he has Ishin, he has Hogyoku Aizen, he has White Ichigo, he has Ukiura, he has Grimmjow, he has the Shikai Ichigo. I actually already have 3 of these. I have Ishin, I have Grimmjow, which is already upgraded pretty far, and the other Ichigo, but I do feel as if I would want to have another attack link for him. Either way, good stuff. I will be ending up pulling for him as soon as possible. But in general, it's been a good time. And I just realized that you can press trial. Can you do that for every single character inside this game? Fascinating. I mean, we played as him inside the tutorial, so it's not really a huge deal. But he's going to be fun to actually play as. And in general, it's going to be super cool. This turns them all into black auras, right? Yeah. That's rad, man. I'm looking forward to this. Someday soon, I will see you. I'm curious what Vastalord's moveset will end up being. He'll probably have one of those, like, screams like the Vastalord has. Sorry, Vastalord. The Hollow Ichigo with the horns. There's a bunch of, like, debate whether it's Vastalord or not, but it's cool. I also kind of want to try out Yamamoto. Let's see this. Hey there, I'm great. Burn. He has some fiery breath. He has an area of effect vortex. Interesting. He has the dragon similar to Awaken Hitsugaya. His awakening, obviously, he heats up. He does a good old fancy old fun time. Fire. Triple tornado. He has meteors and the dragon still. Cool stuff, actually. You'd think the dragon would be the phoenix, but regardless, that's fascinating. I do feel that's a really neat feature, though. Being able to try out any unit that drops inside the game in general is so interesting. So, if I wanted to try out the Momo... Whoa! That's great! I love that. Okay, so she has Blue Riruka's first in the Shoot of the Heart with her Umis. She has a hit the enemy from any distance second, and a third of which has fireworks around them. I like that a lot, actually. I wonder if this would be like... She seems to proc a heal on her second. Like, if you watch on the top left, her first doesn't do any effects aside... Actually, it does. It does do a small heal. Constantly restore HP every 2 seconds. Interesting. Restore HP immediately. So she's actually a fucking healer. Good stuff. Yeah, pose. Oh my god, she actually does the heart. I hate that. I hate that. That's the best. Oh, that's goofy. So she has this, which increases her own attack by 12%. She has this, which is an instant heal and an overtime heal. And her first, which is also an attack. What? That wasn't an attack increase. Was that just part of what she had? Yeah, okay, it was. Interesting. She actually seems like she might be pretty alright. There's not many healers inside this game, so it actually might be pretty helpful. I'm not going to pull, but interesting. So I guess if a new unit comes to the game, and you did want to try them out and see if you wanted to pull for them, you could always go into this and click trial and just kind of go like, Ulquiorra, what's your gameplay like? But that is so interesting and fun. I like it. Does he go into Bankai? I mean, probably. That would make sense, but I would love to see it. So his first, it's the... Oh, he throws the sword forward, so it actually has, like, kind of spiritual awakening style of his first. Interesting. His second is a Getsuga. His third is a Barrage. And he spins and goes into Bankai? Nope. So I guess the Bankai White Ichigo will be a different version of him entirely. Good to know. Actually, that is reasonable. I mean, I care about him less now because of it. So, good to know. He does change his first into a spin, and his second becomes even more Getsugas. I like it, though. I like his kid a lot. Okay, I want to try out... Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do Ulquiorra, just because like low-key want to see his gameplay. Listen, this is an experimental. I want to just relax a little bit. It's okay. So I do remember seeing a little bit about this. Ulquiorra's abilities have 2 charges on them, meaning you can use them twice before they have to fully cool down. They do come back similar to dashes do, in the fact that they come back like at a certain rate and will have the charges stay there. So does he have 3 dashes as well? Weird. So we can use Sero twice in a row. He has the second, which is a dash. It backs back out, dash, slash, and back out again. A third of which is a Getsuga from the sky, or Zero from the sky. And... Awakening. So he also has his 2 charges on both of them here. First is a... Oh, it's a Lance, actually. Cool. This is also from the sky, and he does... That's a Spiritual Awakening third! Interesting. And his third is still from the sky thing. And he does have 3 dashes. People are talking about in the comments how it would be OP if a Yoruichi had more than 2 dashes because it gets out of combos. He seems to have 3 in total. Fascinating. I like him a lot, actually. God damn it. Please be a filler on a future banner that I care about, because I would love to actually be able to get you at some point. However, I will go ahead and take that. And that's going to be the episode for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. Been enjoying the game, been having a good time. I'm going to keep on playing until Dangai drops, and we'll probably end up doing a couple of pulls on that, and just have a good time with it. Oh, also, I got gold pants. You can get those off the Endless store. It's been fun, and I've been working on things to try and get some more gold equipment. It's a good time, and I really enjoy it. Whoa. Either way, thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you all next time on Bleach Mobile Tree Freeze. Act 3 Freeze. Yeah.